Hello friends, my name is Kevin. I'm here meeting you guys through home tutor today, and the topic that I'm going to take today is a poem, that is The Road Not Taken. This is a famous poem written by a poet, an American English poet, Robert Frost. I'll tell you something about Robert Frost today. Robert Frost was a person who actually had a deep impact in the poetic society because he was 4 times winner of the Pulitzer Poet Prize. Now, 4 times winner means something good. And the poem right here that I'm going to take is The Road Not Taken. This is a very famous poem that actually Robert Frost wanted to the youth to understand, because this poem is about taking decisions in life. And to be very frank, decisions are to be taken by everyone. May he be a beggar, may he be a king, may he be a businessman. So the poem goes as The Road Not Taken. Two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both. And be one traveller long I stood, and looked down one as far as I could, to where it bent in the undergrowth. Now, looking at the first stanza, what we understand is the poet standing in a yellow wood. Now, we understand what exactly is a yellow wood. Yellow wood stands for autumn. The leaves fall, the age is spending off, he's wearing off his days, and he has to take a decision on which road he has to go. Everybody comes through this phase every time in life. We have to make choices. This poem is all about making choices and getting remorses or regrets or feeling a sense of satisfaction. That was Robert Frost, actually a man. His poems were so easy to understand that his popularity gained heights. Now he says, and be one traveller long I stood, and looked down one as far as I could. He looked at two roads, and then he looked at one as far as he could. Now the word undergrowth over here gives a sense. Undergrowth are the small shrubs, herbs that grow below the trees. So he was looking as far at the road, and down there the paths vanished in the undergrowth. So here he makes us understand that he's looking at two roads. One of them is a bit used up, worn out, with all leaves crushed, but the other one is the greener road that has been less traveled. We'll get to know this thing in the next stanza that I say over here. They then took the other as just as fair, and having perhaps the better claim, because it was grassy and wanted way, though as far as that the passing there had warned them really about the same. Exactly what I said to you earlier. Like, he looks at two roads. The one road was very and been used by a lot of people out there to go ahead, but the other road he saw was green, grassy, and less used by other people. Looking at the pretext of these stanza or these lines, we understand that he's co-joining these lines with the present choices of the life that he and we get every day. Now, that's what I'm telling to you. He is saying about two choices. The one choice that people make is about taking up an easy path in life and going ahead and having a jolly good time. But the other path, the other road that he's talking about is the less taken one. The leaves are there with more greener. They have not been crushed. They have not been walked upon. So that is the very reason he too chose that road, that path, being tough. Still, he remains and says us that. The next stanza says, and both that morning equally lay in leaves no step had trodden black. Oh, I kept the first for another day. Yes, knowing how way leads to way, on to way, I doubted if I should ever come back. Again here he says, both the roads were there. It was his choice to make. He had to go out there, but he chose the greener path, the less traveled path. He kept the easier path, the more traveled path, for another day, for the later on time. But again in the last line he says, I doubted if I should ever come back. The word doubted here speaks about his time spent in life. The road that he chose, he went ahead, but he says, I'll keep that road for another day. Rather, I would suggest the word doubted here says, he had a dilemma that would he ever be able to come back to this decision? Frankly, if we connect this with Robert Frost, this all started in 1912 when he started to take poetic as a profession. Many people condemn being a poet. What should he do? He sat on a ship from America to England. This is about the context of he saying the path I'm choosing. That is all we encounter in our daily life. This poem actually gives us the real picture of making choices. I shall be telling this with a sign. Somewhere, ages and ages hence, two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. Come on, here again he's saying, I shall be telling this with a sign. Now the sign sometimes comes with a despair, sometimes comes with a sadness, or a feeling of relief as well. So here the poet goes ahead and takes a sign, somewhere ages and ages hence. So here he's talking about somewhere ages and ages ahead in his life. He's going ahead and thinking that, oh, this was the path that I took. Now, here the contradiction in this poem clearly depicts the despair and the state of the poet. The sign here gives a dilemma that he's having a rather sorry feeling that he's going ahead and taking up in his life right now at this moment. That was 10 years, 20 years back. But the line again here says, and that has made all the difference. Again, a dilemmatic point comes over here. The poet is a bit rhetoric over here. He says, fine, I took my way, now it has made all the difference. Maybe he's appreciating his effort. Maybe he's appreciating his own point of view, that he's looking forward and satisfying himself by saying, fine, one fine day I took a ship from America to England, came up here, became a poet, and 4 times, Pulitzer Prize winner. So here the poem goes ahead and says, he has made a difference by making his choice. That's what, my friends, I want every one of you to understand. Making choices is your own thing. The Path Not Taken is a famous poem by Robert Frost. I can really go ahead and understand now that, my friends, you can go ahead and take this thing as your own life. You're standing at a very nice position right now. You need to take chances, make choices. This is what the poem goes ahead and makes you understand. The road not taken. Let's not forget about the road not taken as well in life. We need to keep choices, but at the end of the day, we need to appreciate the road we have taken. Fine. Thank you very much. I'm Kevin Lopez signing off. You can get all these notes on pen drives as well as online content is available. If you want to know more about us, just click on the button about us. Thank you very much.